Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all the viewers. I'm Mr. Chinle Penjor, construction specialist currently working for UNDP. I've worked with UN organization for the last 15 years in some 14 countries and with 5 different UN agencies. Therefore, I thought it would be beneficial for those who are planning to apply for UN jobs or who have interest in applying for the UN jobs. And for those who have no idea of how to apply for the UN jobs, so I will try to cover as much as possible in the next videos as to how you should look for jobs, because there are so many different websites and different sources where you can find the vacancies. But today I would like to just tell about how one should prepare for the job interview. And I have divided my talk into 5 lessons, and in each of the video clips I'm going to cover one lesson, because if I take all the 5 lessons it would be long. My video clip will be very long, and I don't recommend to make videos which are more than 10 minutes. And today I will be covering lesson 1 out of 5 lessons that I'm going to prepare for on this topic. As you can see here, I have divided my video into 5 lessons. Lesson 1 is to teach about how to prepare CV and the need to keep it handy. And the lesson 2 will in the lesson 2 I will talk about the need to revise the CV in accordance with the job responsibilities in the respective vacancy announcements. And the lesson 3, I'm going to cover how to fill the online job application forms, because many people have make a mistake of not filling the online job application form correctly, which actually is one of the most important for getting shortlisted for the job. And once this is done, the lesson 4, I'm going to talk about how to prepare for the interview if you are shortlisted and called for the interview. And the lesson 5, I'm going to talk about the tips on how to give good interview. Okay, so let me talk a little bit on lesson 1, which is, as I said earlier, how to prepare your CV and keep it ready all the time. So here the most important thing is the format of CV. You need to prepare a good format. Your CV format should not be very fancy. It should be simple and very clear. Very clear. All the necessary informations should be there, and you should not give too much information. So this one I will cover in detail in the next video. And the other thing is, one need to know what should be included in the CV, because I have found that some people are making their CV very long, which I also used to do the same before when I was not experienced. But your CVs should be very concise, which means you should not describe all your job responsibilities and duties in the CV, because if you are going to describe all your job responsibilities and duties, and if you have worked in more than 5 or 6 organizations, then your CV can become very long. So your CV should be very brief, and you should focus on some of the very critical roles that you have that you did in a particular job. More also, I would like to tell that more than what you describe your job responsibilities, it is better to write few bullet points of what you have achieved rather than describing your job responsibilities. It is good to tell what you have achieved when you are working for a particular organization, the achievements that you have met, rather than trying to describe what your roles and responsibilities were. Because nowadays, because you know that there will be lots of applications for a single job. There will be hundreds of applications for a single job from all over the world, and people are very busy now, and they don't have time to go through the CVs. Normally, these employers, they don't read all the CVs. They just go, they just look at it and read one or two read one or two bullet points. They will never read all your CVs. And if your CVs are very long, people normally do not appreciate that. So your CVs should not be more than 2 pages. That is ideal. That is my recommendation through my experience. And then one important thing is that you need to have the names of 3 references whom you can have full trust, whom you can believe that these people, when they are contacted, they will give a good recommendation, and they will tell something good about you. And they should be all the time reachable, because if you put somebody's name and if they are not reachable, then it would be a problem. So for that, when you are applying for any job, when you put the names of the references, you should inform those people. You should inform those people in before, so that they are not taken by surprise when they receive some kind of reference check forms from the organizations. My intention of making this video is because I have come to understand that there are many people around the world who likes and who wanted to apply for jobs, and there are many people who have applied and they are never getting shortlisted. So that's the reason why I'm trying to prepare these short videos comprising of 5 lessons, so that they will have some idea of how to prepare CVs, how to prepare for the interviews, and how to give interviews. And because this what I'm telling here is because is all through my experience, personal experience, and not something that I read from the book or from HR resources. I myself have given more than 100 online interviews and more than 20 written interviews and around 5 face-to-face interviews. And after giving some 100 interviews, I got selected for some 15 jobs. So the amount of time that I have spent, the amount of time that I have on preparing for the job interviews has given me a very good experience, and I thought that I would be a most appropriate person to make these videos for the benefit of those who would like to apply for UN jobs. Thank you. Today I will end my lesson here, and next video I'm going to talk about how the need to revise your CV in accordance with the job responsibilities given in the respective job or job vacancies